Hikaru doesn't do that, because he's also trying to play fast. Ultimately, Lazovic is down like 50 seconds. Hikaru does this, and then he does this, and Denis escapes with his rook, and now this is actually just a draw. This is a total draw. 3-on-2 on the same side is a draw. 4-on-3 on the same side is a draw. And Denis Lazovic, unfortunately for him, only has 30 seconds. And that means that this endgame very well could culminate in Hikaru tricking him and winning a rook and 2 or rook and 1 versus whatever that's going to end up being. But even that doesn't happen, and Denis wins the pawn back, and I have news for you. Denis is about to win the other pawn as well. It takes a little bit of time, but he's going to win it like this, and now it's king and rook versus king and rook, which means that Hikaru has 50 moves to beat Denis Lazovic on time with no bonus time. There's no bonus time on the clock. Denis has to hold this position or somehow force a rook trade. So Hikaru's going to go to work. He's going to start trying to flag him. Denis is going to look for a rook trade. And Hikaru doesn't do the rook trade. And Hikaru doesn't do the rook trade. And now Denis has 7 seconds. And Hikaru doesn't do the rook trade. He keeps the rook far away. And Denis has 5 and 4. And he's trying and then he just makes a mistake. He's pre-moving 124 moves. It's practically lost. It's not considered good manners to flag somebody in king and rook versus king and rook when there's no stakes attached. Like, if you're just playing king and rook versus king and rook online for no reason and you flag somebody, that's weird. But if it's hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line, it's part of the game. You know, you might not like it. And every time Hikaru plays like in Speed Chess Championship, he also stalls the clock out, and people get like insanely mad about it. But I mean, I don't. It's a format. Like, if Lazovic did this to Hikaru, I would have been like, that's part of the format. If Hans did this to Magnus, which, oh my god, Hans would absolutely love to do this to Magnus. So Hikaru beats Denis Lazovic, which means that Magnus and Hikaru have punched their ticket to the quarterfinals, which will happen on the 14th and the 15th. We will have quarters, and then we are obviously going to have semis and just finals in general. And that means that we now move on to Group A. This was Group B.